What makes a great product owner?
A great product owner always has the customer or end user in mind. In fact, this is one of the most important things that the product owner brings to the Scrum team. If you look at the Scrum guide, most of the responsibilities of the product owner can actually be delegated out. There's no reason that the development team can't add items to the backlog and help identify what priority they should go in. Those are all things that the product owner is accountable for, but can get help from other people. But while the development team is focused on building a product increment, and the Scrum Master is focused on the overall health and effectiveness of the team, the product owner is still thinking about the end user. What solves their needs? What are the next most important needs to solve? What are the unanswered questions that need to be resolved and brought into the team so they can make a more effective product? So if you want to be a great product owner, you really need to be always thinking about what does the customer or end user need, and how can I get ahead of that and connect the rest of the Scrum team to that.
What about teams who are looking for a list of tasks they will be assigned to complete?
So it's not uncommon with new Scrum teams that the development team will just look for, what am I supposed to do? Give me the list of tasks. Oftentimes you'll see that this happens in a way, I want to know exactly what I'm supposed to build, right? And this is normal because that is the way that they worked for years and years and years beforehand. However, Scrum is different. In Scrum, we're trying to, as a whole team, tackle complex problems, problems that oftentimes we don't know the answer to. So as a product owner, what you need to do is help keep the voice of the customer in that conversation. You're bringing the most pressing challenges to the team, not the most important solutions. So it's often valuable to remind the team as you start backlog refinement meetings, as you start planning sessions, and even in the review when you're about to go back and show the stakeholders as a team what you've produced in that sprint. The product owner is there as the voice of the customer to help connect and translate what is the highest priority, highest value work to be focusing on.
What about very needy stakeholders?
So as a product owner, it's not uncommon that you're going to have stakeholders that have an idea of how something should be delivered, that think that their work is the most important work, and always really want to know exactly what's going on, when it will be delivered. This is normal. Every product owner has to deal with this. So what do you do when that happens? As a product owner, one of the things that you need to do is understand the needs of the stakeholder, and then have a framework for engaging with those stakeholders and identifying what is the most valuable work. You shouldn't try to hide this from the stakeholders. Invite them into the conversation. Often invite many stakeholders into the same conversation so they can all see how their needs align with each other. Also, if you have a particular mechanism that you're using to determine value, it's important to share that out early on. If your team is building a product which helps another team be more effective or get processes done faster, then maybe that's a metric that you're going to use, or one of the metrics you're going to use to determine what is the most valuable work to do. Then when a stakeholder comes to you and says, I want this done and here's why it's important, they already know what framework their value will be judged against. And those stakeholders who always want more information, there are real needs behind that. Reach out to them and understand what their needs are. Are they using that information for planning for budget? Are they using it to plan trade shows? What is it they're trying to do with that information? And then help them succeed. Help them get the information that they need to make the decisions that they need to make.